Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teenaccounts.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
I am not in any way a biblical scholar. I never pretended to be. I don't play one on TV. I don't know anything about this, okay? But there are some things I've studied for a very, very long time. And why I find it interesting, I'm going to share with you. And one of them is, I've told you, the idea of the devil and the Antichrist and other subsidiaries of that. I find the subject matter fascinating beyond anything I've ever heard or seen. And the idea, and please, you will always get, I know it doesn't matter to you, but I don't really care. And I admire people who take the time out to write emails, but sometimes I get the most absolutely scathing rebukes, these execrations, these Jeremiads set my way as though I'm some kind of a biblical scholar. I'm not. I'll give something kind of as a version of it, maybe as a starting point. Because what I'm telling you right now, the most amazing and frightening thing in the world, and with all due respect to the great Art Bell and others who wowed us and confounded us with stories about, wonderful. And they were wonderful and are wonderful. There is nothing that frightens me more than the notion of something that can destroy us. And something that's happening right here. And where it is beyond the realm of most people to even conceive of it. And I think one of the reasons is that the way we teach in terms of our education. I have never found myself talking more about evil than I have now. I am not in any way a religious person. I'm not a scholar. I'm not militant one way or the other, but I'm never going to come across to you as something that I am not. But in my cursory studies, in my review of this, the idea of the Antichrist is a deceiver, not just a tyrant, not this head-on problematic devil, Lucifer, Satan, but a deceiver. 2 Thessalonians is the site of this. He comes, quote, with power and false signs and wonders. Now, please, again, this is not a religious show, but listen to the admonition, the warning. The Antichrist deceives those who are not grounded in truth. And in Revelation, there is a system that emerges that controls buying and selling. People follow it because they believe in it. It's about persuasion, illusion, and mass compliance. And that is what we are going to see, and we are seeing in the world of artificial intelligence. And preachers and priests and prelates and clerics have to warn people, because we've always talked about this. And I've loved the subject. I'm sorry to say this, I don't love people, but when it comes to serial killers, evil, and the like, I want to know more about it. Why is this? Michael Stone, I believe, came up with this numeric system where he gauges evil in terms of a numeric version of this. And one of the worst forms of what I'm seeing is this notion of AI, which is a deception. How many times have you seen something? I was just looking at X. And it's constantly community notes. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. This isn't real. That's not true. And thank God it catches these things. But if I see a video, I don't believe anything. I don't believe anything. What is that? It's illusion. It's deception. And what I want people to understand is to grasp. I want people to understand and to grasp something. That this is the scariest stuff there is. Because right now, especially, again, with children, imagine it deceives you. We mentioned this last night. By the way, in my career, I cannot remember a show with the callers and the subjects of last night. Never. You, the callers, the people shot, left for dead, life after death, life and death. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I defy anybody to find that anywhere. It was a theater, not of the mind, but a theater of the true. It was incredible. But what I want to tell you is what frightens me the most is when something is real. Quick point. When you ask people what is their most frightening movie, what scared them the most? What movie, what film did it? A lot of people will say Jaws. Jaws did. Jaws. Really? You really think you're going to come across a great whites? Okay, maybe. Or somebody will come up with perhaps The Exorcist. All right, maybe that's very good. The scariest movie to me was always Fatal Attraction. Because this lunatic woman you will come into contact with if you live long enough or if you have lived long enough. Granted, she's not going to boil your rabbit. But the point is, what's scary about that is it's real. And AI is going to fool you into not knowing what's real. We talked about last night, people taking AI programs, taking your mother or your father's voice and habits and social media sphere, and it will come up with a living, breathing, false sense of mommy or daddy that will live on and grow with you. And if you have any predisposition or predilection for psychotic behavior, this will draw it out.